Marshall was the one in doubt as he selected?
Yeah, no, we'll be in no change. We'll be fine. And Toddy and Xavier was the other one that was come out of our last game that you'd have some doubt over, but both boys trained well this week and ready to go.
There's been a bit of talk about Todd's output on the scoreboard. He obviously does more than
there's some. Yeah, our output from numbers only is one thing, but you've got to value the whole thing. And for us, we value what Todd brings amazingly to our team, and we've got a great record with Todd in the side.
Can you explain that in just a little bit of depth, Ken? Because I think we can all sort of see what you mean by like the bringing the ball to ground thing, but a lot of fans, they're just so focused on stats. What do you mean by what it brings?
There's so many times that you just need to be in the right spot that helps other people, and that's what you don't get and you don't see. And the stats don't purely tell you that. They don't tell you exactly what's going on in the game style that we're trying to achieve, and Todd's an incredibly important part of that game style.
A lot of that's become sort of for key forwards, it's like just bringing the ball to ground more than it is taking 15 contested marks a game now, isn't it?
Yeah, we'd love them all to take lots of marks, but the reality is, just being able to compete sometimes, getting the ball where it needs to be. You see some of the stuff that some of the clever players in the competition are able to do. Todd's a really fast-thinking footballer, and I think that goes unnoticed sometimes.
I know there's little to no room for sentimentality in prelims, but is it tempting, I guess, to bring back Justin Westhoff in a way, or is it hard to leave him out? Each week, he's retiring at the end of the year.
I think the second part is the accurate part. It's hard to leave him out. There's no doubt about that. When a servant like Justin's been to our footy club, it is really difficult not to have him in the team. But we also got to respect that we've got to pick the team that gives us the best chance, and we think the 22 that we've picked give us the best chance. And Westy certainly understands that. As much as he's really, really keen to be able to be out there, he knows exactly where he's sitting.
So how's he going around the group? Is he?
Westy's always club first. He just always will be. He has done it for 14 years or whatever it is that he's been with us, and he'll always do it the same way. He's just a great person.
Is he next man up, Ken, if something did go wrong, or would it have to be a specific type of Westy?
Yeah, without saying exactly that, you've got to get the right people in the right spots. That's really important, but he certainly plays a lot of roles for us, so it gives him some great opportunity if something does happen.
Dimmer said yesterday that he was encouraging Tomlish to take out as many people that stand in his space as possible, but firing a shot at your back six?
No. That's what key forwards do. Dimmer's right. That Charlie at the other end, it's not dissimilar, and Tom Jonas will stand in the way of anything. Any of our defenders will stand in the way of anything, and as the Richmond players will. So we expect key forwards to play that way, and Dimmer does too.
I was going to ask you about Dixon. Do you want him to play in a similar vein?
No, I want him to play his game, which is a similar vein. He crashes packs, he hits things, he likes it, he enjoys it. Sorry? Oh no, collectively the job on any of their players will be done by the team, and that's what will happen. And Dusty's a great player. It's a prelim final. There's great players out there everywhere, and that's why it's exciting. It's Richmond's great players and the Port Adelaide great players. There's some concern for both teams. That's why we go into a prelim final. You're on edge.
27,000 fans, a bit more than last time, and you've got some now on the hill as well. How much does that help you?
Well, it's certainly great to be here, and we've earned the right to be here, and it's great to have our people here to watch. And I know they'll bring an enormous amount of noise for our boys, and they'll support them all the way through, and that will certainly be at some point helpful. We've been to opposition grounds when the crowd's been against you. Once the game gets going, it's hard to take too much notice of it, but I'm glad we're here. I'm very pleased to be playing at Adelaide Oval.
Huge result for fans, though.
Oh, yeah.
The 150 massive result for the fans who were so desperate to get around you guys.
Yeah, well, again, we thank the South Australian government for what they've been able to do and provide an environment for us to at least have some of our people here, because we know we'd fill the joint if we could with our fans. And as you said, to see them up on the hill and to see them up in the stands everywhere, and to hear them. I mean, you hear them, and it's an amazing atmosphere at Adelaide Oval. Everyone talks about it, not just us, not just Port Adelaide. Everyone talks about it.
Coaches get nervous. Coaches get nervous.
I don't think so. I think it's be unusual if we weren't a little anxious about what's going on and what the opportunity is there in front of us, but nervous is probably not the word. We plan really well as coaches, and I think we're ready for the contest. We get more nervous, I suppose, for the players, and hopefully they can go out and perform at their level that they know they're capable of.
What do you plan for Richmond-wise in terms of the way they move the ball? We've spoken to a few players that say, obviously you've taken them on earlier in the year and you had a bit of success, but both teams have evolved since then. How do you plan for Richmond?
Yeah, at this stage, you know the opposition, you know them really well, and you know what their strengths are, and they know what our strengths are, I'm sure. And just a real battle out there. So you're going to get parts right, you're going to get parts wrong. You hope by the end of the day you've done enough of those things right to put you in front, and typically it's going to be a small margin at the end, and we've just got to get enough things right.
Do you play for any chance of rain happening tomorrow night? Or?
Rain tends to go wherever we go anyhow, so we don't have to plan for it. It just comes along probably. But no, look, the weather will be what it is. The conditions will be what they are. We're here at home. We know how to play, and we know how to play in any type of condition.
Ken, you said you weren't anxious, but what are you feeling? Do you allow yourself to get excited as a coach for the opportunity that's ahead of you? Is it anything like when you were in your playing days?
No, it's too long ago. I can't even remember that, Max. Sorry, but it's exciting. There's no doubt it's exciting. Everyone wants to be around at this time of the year. When you get the best 4 teams going at it, it's exciting, and you do want to be a part of it. We've tried for a lot of the time to make sure we're a part of it. We've been there once in my time at prelim final stage. We know what it's like, and we you know what? We sit there for a moment and reflect and go, it's hard work to get here. Well done. Now let's get excited about our performance tomorrow.
Comparing it to that last prelim, very different sort of Port Adelaide teams, aren't they? Is that how you look at it?
Yeah, almost a lifetime ago. When you look at squads and stuff, there's 5 or 6 players that have been here with us, and it's a long time ago now. There's a new Port Adelaide at the moment, hopefully getting their chance.
But in terms of the sort of experience level that was going into that one and this one, you guys are sort of riding a real wave of sort of youthfulness back then, and it's a little bit different now.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we've been strong all the way through this year, and whatever the challenge has been, we've been able to match it and meet it. And we've earned our right. We've worked really hard to get here. We've protected our season the whole way through, and it's exciting for the boys to go. I certainly don't sense from them that they're not excited by the opportunity that they've earned.
What do you think Port Adelaide can hurt Richmond tomorrow night?
Oh, look, our team form has been really strong all year. We've been a really consistent football team, as they have, and that's what you have to be to get here. We know our best challenges everyone and challenges anyone, and equally as much as we know theirs, we'll do the same back to us. But we've got some stuff that we've done really well all year, done well again tomorrow night. We'll come away with a victory.
Ken, as you know, nobody's like me, like a little flutter. If you had to read the form line, are you favourites, are you underdogs, or is it Lineball?
Nah, it's Lineball. It's a prelim final, and you're a punter, Tom, so I know that you know the odds. So the odds would suggest the line in both games is about 4 points. So that says to me there's no favourites, there's no underdogs. There's 4 teams looking to apply and get to a grand final, and that's a great reward.
Just tactically, Ken, if you know what's coming from Richmond, what do you have to be particularly mindful of to break it down, to break them down? Yes.
Yeah, well, that's a really difficult question, because if I tell you the absolute honest answer, Damien's going to be happy, and I'm not going to do that. So we're going to do our best to do the things that we've done well all season. That's been in the contest. It's been in the ability to win the contest, get the ball in our half, and try and play our game, which they know, and we know about their game, that it's built off some turnover, it's built off some speed, it's built off some real class, and some power forwards up the front. So we get what we've got to stop, but I'm not going to probably go into the details on how we're going to try and stop.
It seems like they're going to pick a second ruck. Damien mentioned that yesterday. Does that alter things for you at all?
No, I think one of the few things that is similar to last time we played, those 3 players would be there if they picked their second ruck option. So we're used to that. But Richmond have done some different things with their ruck options. Wait and see what the team. In fact, we'll probably have to wait and see what the team runs out like, to be fair, and know exactly what's going to happen.
Pete Ladham's all right, Ken. Pete Ladham's all right. I think we were sort of watching training yesterday. He might have caught one rather unpleasant position.
Yeah, he copped a low blow. He definitely did, but he's managed to recover.
Have you sensed a shift in mood? Have you sensed a different mood around the club, given the high stakes of this one?
No, I actually haven't. Boys have been really, the whole team and the club have been really composed about the opportunities in front of us. It feels like we've earned it, and it feels like we've got there the right way, and we're not going to be wanting to change anything, and we're not wanting to get uptight, or we just want to go out there and play with some freedom, play with some fun that we've played with all year. When you've watched our team play all year, I'm sure you've seen them play and enjoy their game of football, built off a contested brand.
Does the occasion get to you at all? How do you handle the occasion? Do you embrace it? I know some teams or some players and coaches like to ignore certain aspects of it. Do you say, come on, come on, take it on?
Yeah, no, absolutely. We've earned the right to be here, and we want to be a part of it. So it'd be foolish now to sit here and try and shield yourself from that, because if we can get through this game, we know the next one's going to be bigger again. So qualifying final is big, prelim final's big. Hopefully we get an opportunity to play in a grand final.
Anyone's bet.
Last couple of goals.
Yours last time you had a win?
Nah, I haven't got the birthday update today, so no.
Is this either the penultimate or the potentially the last time that Brad Ebert might be playing for Port Adelaide? I know it's a game to go, but is there any update on where he stands for 2021?
No, not at all. I think Brad's here tomorrow night to play and win, and as the rest of his teammates are. When any of those announcements come, we'll be letting you know straight away. But at the moment, none of those announcements have come other than Justin Westhoff.